So when I started this newsletter up again, my intention was to make it so that it wasn't difficult to produce and that it didn't take a bunch of time, that I was able to kind of get these videos out quickly. And anyway, hey, lo and behold, big shocker, they started being big productions and it took too much time. So back to whatever this is. Anyway, here's the thing that I drew recently. I've also got a new shirt up that I'm kind of excited about. So go check that out. It's also on mugs and other things. But anyway, I wanted to talk today about I regret using Instagram. Instagram was incrementally easier than like posting stuff to my own blog. And I have realized as I've kind of moved away from some of those things, like Instagram and Twitter and stuff like that, that I have a huge amount of content on Instagram that is not on my own website. I've always operated under the kind of goal of doing kind of like a hub and spoke model where my website, something that I control, is the hub of the content that I'm producing. And then all of the spokes, all the social media channels drive content to that hub. And I let one or two of those spokes kind of get out of control and become the main place of content. But the problem with Instagram is, well, there's a number of problems with Instagram, but like it is a terrible storage of stuff. It's like it's not really that searchable. I mean, stuff just kind of goes there to die. Like it used to be when I was first on Instagram that there was a bunch of organic growth. You'd get a lot of interaction. You know, I had a few hundred people that were following me, and then, you know, a few hundred people would look at my stuff and interact with it, and it was great. And then they changed from a chronologically driven timeline to an algorithmically driven timeline. And hey, lo and behold, they started choking off the reach of people who had chosen to follow me. And so, like, it's the same thing as like if I chose to like follow another creator, Instagram decided whether I got to see their stuff or not, rather than me deciding whether I get to see their stuff or not. And I don't know, I just miss the days of RSS feeds and email blogs. And so that's kind of why I got back into the blog thing. But man, I almost want to go back through my Instagram feed and kind of do like a greatest hits and post that stuff to CoryKerr.com so that I can like have that permanently and it can be searchable and it'll have its own URL that's easy to find and those types of things. I don't know. I don't know if I'll ever do that or whatnot, but anyway, I don't know. I mean, that's just one of the things, but I mean, like choking off access to people who have actively signed up, like at least on this newsletter, if you want to ignore it, you can ignore it. If you want to unsubscribe, you can unsubscribe. But if you want to see what I'm posting, you will see what I'm posting because that's all there is. You've decided to see it. When I send it out, you see it. Anyway, I'm so sick of like this cycle that we see with social media. And I don't know if this is going to continue along these lines or if this is kind of a one and done situation, but like it starts out every new kind of platform or whatever, they take users from the old platform because they make it easy for the creators, right? There's value to the creators and there's value to the users. It's a good relationship. The creators get a lot of value. They get a lot of organic growth. There's a lot of engagement. The users are getting the content that they want to see. They're not being manipulated. They spend the amount of time that they want to spend on the platform. And then there is a shift, and that shift is to try to turn those users into kind of fodder for the advertisers. And so they shift towards making it better for the advertisers, which makes it worse for the creators. It makes it worse for the audience. But it's not so bad that there's like a tipping point. And then once all of the advertisers are there and they're spending all of their ad dollars, then they make it worse for the advertisers. So it's not good for the users, it's not good for the creators, and it's not good for the advertisers, and it's only good for the platform. And that's when that starts to die. Now, many platforms that exist today should have died. They shouldn't be there anymore. They should be dead. But they're not dead because in the meantime, like during that like kind of first 3 steps of good for the users, good for the creators, then good for the advertisers, they grow into these monolithic, giant, mutant conglomerates of monopolies that destroy competition and eat their competitors and put people out of business and do all kinds of unhealthy and illegal, frankly, practices to like kind of destroy the marketplace. And so by the time it's just crap and everything sucks, there's nowhere else to go. So anyway, that's kind of why I'm excited about the email newsletter again. And that's why I am just frustrated with my past self for kind of like breaking one of my own rules and just putting all my eggs in the kind of YouTube, Instagram basket. It's just frustrating. Anyway, so here's some things that I've drawn recently and a little rant. I'm going to continue to make these kind of videos and post them to my newsletter, and you will see more of my stuff if you're subscribed. So make sure that you subscribe. If you're seeing this on YouTube or Instagram or wherever else I post it, and you're not on the email newsletter, get on the email newsletter. You can always unsubscribe if you want, but like I really honestly don't send it out that much, and you'll be certain to see the stuff as it comes out. So anyway, and if you're listening or watching this and not looking at the newsletter, go jump on the newsletter so you can look at the images. And you can always go to CoryKerr.com and check out the new things that I've done. And anyway, I'll catch you guys next time.